Well, the summer heat was back today. We had photojournalists out capturing some of these images. You can see a live picture now downtown. You can see some of the cloud cover, keeping things a little bit cooler today. Traffic moving along I-25 pretty good as we hit the 4 o'clock hour.
Lots of folks probably thinking, what am I going to do in the days ahead? Maybe I'm going to find a pool or find a friend that has a pool, Kathy, because you need to go somewhere just to cool off.
Well, see, if you're like me and you have horses, I have these big water tubs out there, right? Yeah, you can either have a big
You want
dog.
to dip in them?
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, I
Oh,
will.
okay.
I'll go in there. Well, you want to clean it out first, but
yes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of grasshoppers in the pasture these days. I don't know what's happening with that. But if you have big dogs or horses and you have a nice water tub, why not, right? And the dogs are probably going to want to play in the kiddie pool, and you're going to maybe want to get in there with your kids. You are not going to believe the temperatures that we're looking at as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if all 3 days we get into the triple digits, that would be historic for Denver. Today, we're inching closer to that 100-degree mark. We've got sunshine, but also a little bit of cloud cover out there, and we're tracking some isolated gusty thunderstorms along the foothills tonight. The big story is the heat wave that's coming and record high temperatures on not 1, not 2, but 3 days. Temperatures today, DIA hit 89 so far, 90 in Lamar, but focus on the heat across eastern Utah and the western slope. That's the heat that is coming with a big dome of high pressure over Colorado. Winds are kicking up a little bit, and whenever we see that, we always worry about high fire danger, and we think this air quality alert that just canceled out will be reinstated for high levels of ozone tonight and tomorrow. Here's where the storms are tracking from the northwest to the south, non-severe and unfortunately wind and lightning and not the beneficial rain that we'd love to see. But those clouds out there, keep an eye, Estes Park, Fort Collins, Greeley, because those are storms that again might have that wind and lightning. Severe threat is low for us, and that is always a good thing on a Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-80s will slide into the 70s after 9 o'clock, and coming up in Maine weather, we're going to deal with the timing and the impact and give you everything you need to know about the incoming heat wave. Get ready, Colorado. Here we go. The summer heat is just about on.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Kathy. Today, many in Houston are still cleaning up and dealing with the effects of Hurricane Beryl. Beryl came ashore yesterday as a Category 1 hurricane. It's now downgraded to a post-tropical cyclone. New aerial video, though, is giving us a view of the damage around southeast Texas. The storm damaged roofs, including the roof at NRG Stadium, home of the Houston Texans. Across the city, wind ripped off roof panels, pulled trees out of the ground, and at least 7 people were killed by the storm in Texas and Louisiana. Crews are working to restore electricity to millions left without power.
Last night, the Aurora City Council turned down the chance to apologize to the family of Kylan Lewis. Police had shot and killed him back in May. He was unarmed at the time, holding just a phone in his hand. The agenda last night for the council included a resolution to apologize to Lewis's family. The council members voted it down by an 8-2 vote. As soon as that happened, family, friends, and supporters of Kylan Lewis started shouting and chanting, effectively taking over the city council meeting.
I will ask you one last time to stand or remain standing if you believe that justice must prevail, that systemic reform is long overdue, and that Kylan Lewis should be alive today.
Council and the mayor left. However, the 2 council members who did vote in favor of the apology did come back. And Aurora's interim police chief, Heather Morris, also listened to Lewis's family, offering condolences. Lewis's family say they'll continue to push for justice. And coming up in our next half hour, our Janelle Finch talked with a community advocate who says that more demonstrations are planned. Today, a judge ordered a mental health evaluation for the 3rd suspect in the rock-throwing attack that killed a young woman in 2023.
That means the trial for Joseph Koenig, which had been scheduled to start in 10 days, is on hold indefinitely. Investigative reporter Kevin Vaughn joins us from the newsroom. And Kevin, this sounds like there's going to be a ripple effect from this decision.
Kim and Tom, the other 2 suspects in this case have taken plea deals that call for them to be sentenced after they testify in Koenig's trial. But now we don't know when that trial is going to be held.
It's been 15 months since a large landscaping rock thrown from a vehicle near Rocky Flats crashed through Alexa Bartel's windshield and killed the 20-year-old woman. Now the trial is on hold for the last of the 3 teens accused in her death. Here's why. Joseph Koenig's lawyers want to assert a defense that he has a mental condition, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and they want the jury to hear how teenagers' brains develop.
It's extraordinarily unusual for a defense attorney to attempt to raise such things as ADHD or adolescent brain development.
Unusual, says 9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson, because Koenig has not asserted an insanity defense or claimed he is incompetent to stand trial. Today, the judge in the case ordered a mental health evaluation for Koenig before ruling on the defense motion.
And I think the basic attitude is better safe than sorry. Let's find out what the psychiatrists have to say.
2 other suspects have already reached plea deals. Zachary Quack admitted to first and second-degree assault and attempted assault. Nicholas Carroll Chick to second-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Both agreed to testify in Koenig's trial. Now the questions are when, and will the judge allow evidence about ADHD and brain development?
If he does, that would be a rather unusual step based on what our appellate courts have held over the last 2 decades.
If he's convicted of first-degree murder, Koenig will be sent to prison for life with no chance of parole. Quack faces at least 20 years in prison, Carol Chick between 35 and 72 years. They're supposed to be sentenced in September, but with this trial on hold, it's likely that will be delayed too. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Because these evaluations take time, Kevin, sometimes months.
They do take time. The one factor that Scott Robinson pointed out is this evaluation should take less time than an evaluation for a insanity defense or for a competency hearing.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see. This is a case that's been in the mix for so long. Such a sad story. All right. Thank you, Kevin Vaughn, reporting. It's been almost a year since a fourplex exploded on Lincoln Street. It's been untouched ever since. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez has been following that story from the start. She explains soon there's going to be movement on the property.
Denver City officials tell me a permit has finally been approved to demolish this building right along Lincoln Street, and it's really been an eyesore for a lot of folks, neighbors, businesses, and then those who drive along Lincoln Street. So take a look at your screen right now. This is a side-by-side picture of when the fourplex exploded back on August 10th of last year, and video from earlier this week. A lot of rubble still sitting here, and the changes we've noticed is a tarp placed on the right side of the fourplex, plus a large crane in the back of the building, and it's there to remove half of what was left on the second floor. So the property owner hired a contractor and submitted that demolition application earlier this year. And according to the deputy building official, Dennis Schultz, that application was in the hands of several agencies. Some of those include the state, DOTI, Public Works, as well as Forestry. So it's taken a while to get it approved and signed off by every agency involved.
It definitely has been a while. I haven't really seen much of anything. The only thing that I've noticed is that they keep updating the fence because people keep graffitiing on it, which I think is kind of funny that the house is still there destroyed, but they're more focused on changing the fence because of the graffiti.
Now, Denver Fire has not announced exactly what caused this explosion. As for the contractors, ASR Company, they're the ones here working on the demolition. I have reached out, sent several emails and phone calls to see exactly when this lot will be empty, but I have yet to hear back. For now, I'm in Denver. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
We turn to the north side of the metro area where there's been a community alert from the North Glen Police Department this afternoon. They're saying that tomorrow officers are going to be participating in training exercises that'll take place at North Glen Middle School. So people living in that area can expect to see a large presence from police around the school, as well as emergency vehicles and possibly loud noises as well. Again, this is just for training.